How you doing, guys? This is George from Handyman Videos again, and I got another video here on a stair lift. I have a rental property, has a stair lift. It's not working. Okay, so got a complaint it's not working. So I had an issue with this maybe 2-3 years ago with a battery. You know, there's no lights on it. This on and off switch, there's an on and off switch under here. It's a red switch in here, and you know, got nothing. So we're gonna take a look and see what we can do here. There's some safety switches on here when this closes and opens, and it can be anything at this point. Could be a battery again. I'm gonna test the charger out, make sure the charger, how this works is, let me back up a second. There's 2 batteries inside here. They both get charged by a transformer, which I'll get for you right now. It's a transformer here. Okay, it gets plugged into the unit, and it charges the batteries, and the unit strictly runs on battery. Okay, and it goes up and down the stairs, as you can see, and goes all the way up to the top. Okay, I was not here, you know, obviously, and we had a hurricane, so came back and it's not working. So either it got zapped, I'm gonna find out power wise if it got zapped out. You know, sometimes you get a power surge down here. I'm at a property that I have down south. So anyways, let me get to it. I'm just gonna start testing things and show you what I do. So for now, I unplugged it from the machine. We're gonna test this out right now. So I'm gonna plug it into the wall. Okay, got a green light. See that? Okay, so it's showing it's on, doesn't mean it's working. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna get my tester. Okay, and let's see, make sure you guys got this. I wanna make sure you're seeing what I'm doing. Okay, so what we're gonna do, get you a little bit more bent down here. Okay, so pull the tester. Okay, I'm gonna set it on DC. So that's a solid with the slotted lines underneath the V. Let's see if you guys can see that. Okay, and this here, let's see what the charger calls for. Let's see what this thing does. Has under here, output 29.1. Okay, so you're at 29.1. So what you gotta do is you're gonna set it above 20V and go to 200V. Okay, and that's where we're at here. I'm just gonna take the 2 leads. Okay. All right, so you have a black and a white. Okay, black. And this unit is a positive. Okay, so what you do is you take the red. Well, I'll start with the black one. Okay, the black's gonna go to white. Okay, that's my negative on my tester, and this one's gonna go to my positive. Okay, all right. So let me see if I can do this without touching the 2 together, so you can see what's going on. I want to show you what I'm seeing at the meter here. I can tell you. Let's see if I can get this thing off. No, that's easier. Okay, so what we do, because these are very small terminals, so I'll shove this one all the way in here. Okay, it should be good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we got that one. Whoop. We gotta be careful with these things. I'll get the other thing here. All right. So everything's so small, but it's easy to do. I mean, let me see if we can get that charger over here for closer. This is how small this thing is. So, all right. Anyway, so just see if we get a reading first. If we don't get a reading, then I'll come back and get you guys in here and see what the hell it's doing. Okay. All right. So okay. Now let me get this where you can see this thing. Put it over here. Let me see. Okay. All right. Get that in there closer. I'm going to touch the lines together. Okay, so like I said, I'm taking these two. There's a white and a black. I'm touching the black of the tester, and which is negative, and the red of the tester, which is positive, and the red is going to go to the black, and the black on my tester is going to go to the white wire. Okay, so here we go. Now just look at the tester. Okay, it's funny because it's like, it's so small to get in here, but it's easy to test, okay? And there you are, you're 28.1, okay? This is calling for anywhere, I mean, it says 29, it says, what does it exactly say? Okay, so DC output 29.1. She's at 28.1. That's reasonable. That's enough to test the batteries, charge the batteries. So what I'm going to do is on this chair, I take this chair apart. Okay, I'm going to show you how to take this apart. There's a couple of sensors in here, and under here is your battery. Now this is for a the actual brand. It's a Pinnacle. Okay. And this particular model is an SL600DC16ANA. It'll be in the description. But this is how this particular model comes apart. Okay, it's got a footstep, seat, everything else like that. You know, there we are. There, this drops up and down. But we're gonna take it all. We're gonna take it all apart. Okay, so let me take it apart. Bring it back a little bit more, and I'll explain it as I go. But yeah, so let me unplug all of this stuff and get this all unpacked so we can do it. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so first thing you do here is this handle. Okay, there's two. Let's get my tools out of the way here. Okay, let's see what the best spot would be to put yours at here. So right here. That's probably the best spot right there. Excellent, right there. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop this seat off. And how we do that, the first thing we do is you take these clips back here. There's a little push button here. You just pluck them out. There's two of them. Little button here, push and pull. Come right out. Okay, so that's the first thing you do. Okay, and then you're free from this. Now this chair, in order to get this chair out, there's handles on the sides right here. So we're gonna pull this handle. I'm gonna keep them down. I'm gonna pull up on the chair. And the chair should come right out. It does. There you go. Okay. I'll lay this chair down somewhere safe. And I want to make sure I can always get you in a good spot here because it's tough to see everything here. Okay, so this charger, we fixed that. So we know that it's not a problem. Get rid of that thing, unplug that, that's gone. Get rid of my meter for now, and we're gonna move on. Okay, so make sure you guys are good to see it. Yep, looking good. So for the hands. Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. All right, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take this. There's two buttons, two plastic buttons. Actually, from the last time, these things were, somehow I misplaced them. But anyway, I do have the set. I have another set of those. So anyway, basically what this is it's a plastic button just pops in and pries out. Okay, they're very simple. I'll show you when I put them back. And then you pop these out, you come down, and in here, okay, there's a bunch of holes here. Okay, what that's for is every set of stairs is different. So what they do is they adjust these, okay, up and down to what you need. Okay, mine's pre-adjusted. I'm gonna put a mark on it before I get into it. And let's see if I can get you down in here. There's a little Phillips, an Allen key screw right there and down on the bottom. We're gonna take them out, okay? And this is good for somebody who's never taken one of these apart. You know, they make this battery, changing it, well, hopefully it's the batteries, okay? So intimidating that they have to call a service guy in here. There's no reason for it, okay? Just saying. So let's get to that, okay? I'm going to unbolt. Let's see if I can get to it here. Yeah. Just gotta pop this off. The reason why you gotta take all this apart is because there's a little hook in here, okay? And it's a metal bracket. And I swear they build it like that just so you can't work on them, but we're gonna fix it right now. All right, so let me get my Allen key. And I'm gonna get a marker so I can mark this where this is too. I also want to make sure you guys are still in there, seeing what we're doing. Get in there quicker, a little bit better. Okay, so let's see. I don't know what size I'm gonna need here. First of all, that's number one. It's definitely not that size. I'll let you know right now. Probably a 8. Yeah, probably an 8. Number 8 is, well, it's tight there. Wow, I can't believe it ain't metric. Everything else is metric. Okay, no problem. I'll fix that right now. No problem, man. We got American too. SAE. I'll pull that out right now. Okay, so that's probably a 5/16. Okay, I just want to make sure I get the right one before I mark this up. Maybe not. That's what it is, 5/16. Okay. All right, so now I gotta make a red mark here. So what I'm gonna do, just make a little mark. Put it in the back, I guess. It's all I'm doing is just lining it up to the base, to this part. But I'll put it back here. It's like nobody else can see what I did here. Okay, that's it. Just a little tiny mark. I made a mark here and I made a mark here, back there. All right, and then I'm just gonna unbolt this whole thing. So I got this in here already. It's probably gonna be really tight, so I'm probably gonna have to get a wrench on this too. So hang tight. I don't give you much room to work with it. Another thing I swear they do on purpose, but that's another story. I'm gonna try and do it the best way we can here. Overdoing it, you know. I have to put a pipe on this one. Oh yeah, oh baby, oh that's tight. Okay, let's get the old persuader here. Have to, I will use it. Just a little tap, you know. Okay, so it's going. Okay, actually I got a little piece of pipe I can use. Let's get a little leverage on it. So just put a piece of pipe like this on there. Just a PVC pipe, so I don't, if I do miss, I don't scratch everything to death. Gotta go a little higher with it. Oh, well, these that's another reason they use these Allen keys, so nobody can work on their stuff. That's what it is. Oh, there she goes. So a little leverage always does a trick. Get one on the bottom. Put on top of this a little bit. Okay. A little leverage. Sounds like the end of the world, but it's just tight, that's all. This is easy though, very easy. I don't even know, you know, I've been paying for this. Oh God, who knows what they would charge for this stuff. This is why I have these videos, so you know, just take it on anything, it's no big deal. You know, if you take it apart and you end up having to call a guy, what's the big deal? You gotta call him anyway. He can't hurt nothing, you know? So, just gonna get it unscrewed. Okay, here we go. Let me unscrew it. I'm gonna screw the bottom first. Take this all the way out. And get the top. Long screws too. Feels long anyway, but whatever. Well, there goes one, and that'll come out once we get that off, and another on top. Now, sometimes I have to take these off, okay, these side ones, right, as just to take it apart to make it shorter. I'm going right to this, where I just take these off in the middle, get it out of the way. When I go to put it back, I may break these loose. Basically, I guess I can break them loose now. That might make it a little easier to take apart, maybe. I'll be honest, we're gonna go with the first route. Oh yeah, I can do it this way. So basically, it's the same difference. Okay, so what you do, you take a little weight and just unscrew it. That's all. You can also put something under here, books or whatever works. But anyway, and these are good size. These are good size bolts, by the way. But anyway, it's out. Okay, so I get the bolts out of here. Minimize the mess for my wife. Okay. I'll clean it up anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna put all this back together. This is spring loaded, so we'll get rid of this. Okay, and this was the other plug we undone. Okay, we'll get rid of this whole mess. And this will lay down somewhere. She's a little heavy, this thing, believe it or not. All right, so now we're down to the base unit. As you guys can see, right there, I'm pulling in a little closer. Okay. And get myself a Phillips screwdriver. Okay, so here's what we got. Looks like you got 2 screws here, 2 screws on each side of this, here and here. And I think that's it, if I remember correctly. Okay, so let's start with these. Okay, so just get this one off. I cracked these earlier because I was trying to find the right screwdriver to keep the video shorter. Okay, and there's a little washer piece right under that screw, so I gotta be careful with them. This one here, got those, I think I left it hand tight. But in here you need a real small screwdriver or an offset screwdriver. Stubby, definitely a stubby nose screwdriver. Okay, that's 2. One up here. I mean, it may not be the battery. We may have to get into this video heavy duty. There's sensors on here too. 9 times out of 10, they're good, unless they got dirty. So got all 4 screws out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this apart. I'm gonna wiggle it this way. There she goes. Okay, so take this off. This panel's coming off. This one comes out this way. Okay, there's our model number. Okay, these are pretty basically the same, a lot of them. But anyways, let's see. This one might be, pop that out of there. So those go together. All right, now, all right, these batteries aren't that old. Don't know what happened here, but we're gonna find out for sure. Okay, so we gotta see these batteries put out, I believe 7 amps a piece. So we'll make sure you guys can see what I'm doing here. That's so easy to do sometimes, but okay, so now you get your positive, negative, and these are two batteries twinned together. Positive, negative, positive, negative. Okay, so if I undo this, okay, I take this white one off, and it is marked positive, negative, and I pull this one off. Let's see if we're gonna juice in this battery. Let's start out with that. So let's see. I'm gonna set this, my meter again. Hopefully. Let's think of black. And I got red. Okay, 1.7. 1.7. What do we got here then? Got 0.9. Okay, so I think here's the deal. Let me see what our batteries are supposed to be at to begin with, because I have a feeling that they're shot. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, so give me 2 seconds, and let me go grab my stats here for this thing. Well, you know what? I'll just make it even easier. I was gonna pull what I ordered originally, but remember this, I'm just gonna pull a wire like here, pull this wire, okay? It's amazing how these things are just incredibly. It's funny how they just, I don't know. They get all crudded up pretty fast, I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna plug this back in just to see if it's our connections, because I'm getting a reading out of one of the, okay. Yeah, she's dead. Nope, nothing. Okay, all right, so just making sure, that's all. All right, so we'll pull this battery, pull this positive off. Actually, it's always a good idea to take a picture of this if you're doing, that's what I would do. Always take pictures of everything as you're doing it. This way you know how to put it back together. I don't do it too often, but you know, the older I get, I guess, you know, sometimes you gotta have a little help here. Okay, so I'm gonna pop these batteries out right now. So what we're gonna do, hopefully they're not filled with acid or anything like that. Now this has happened to me where they blew apart, but I think these batteries just got shorted out, to be honest with you. So I'll pull this wire out of the way, this wire out of the way, set them somewhere else, and we're gonna unscrew this brace that holds these two together. Okay. She's a long screw, that's for sure. That's all good. One way or another, I'm getting screwed over here. Okay, so unscrew this. Get some paper towels in here to keep my, wow, this thing is really down there. Okay, they're tight. They're pretty tight between each other. All right, let me get some paper towels and make sure this area stays cool. And now I'm gonna test these again. I just want to know what they're supposed to put out, but I think they're 1.7s. I think one battery is shot. I think that's the problem here, to be honest with you. Anyway, that bracket just comes right off, as you can see. Okay, so that's the first thing. And then what I want to do, see if I can get this battery out of here. It should come right out of here, really. Oh yeah, see now, I'm gonna tell you what happened here. Okay, now I see what's going on. This battery here bubbled up. You could see it. It actually bubbled up. It shorted out. And what happened was, like I said, we had a hurricane here. This happened to me in another storm. So what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna get a surge protector, because this is the second time this has happened. So something is, you know, what power outages and shortages and all kinds of stuff going on here. Yeah, the one battery seems okay, but I'm gonna get another one. Even this one's a little bubbled, so these are shot. Okay, I hope you guys can see that. Just by the looks of them, they should not be sticking out like that. I don't know if you can see it or not, but trust me, it's supposed to be flat. So these didn't leak this time, but they definitely got overcharged, and that meaning that I mean a surge. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order batteries, probably a different brand, but I don't think it's the brand, to be honest with you. And what we're gonna do is show you how you guys you know, put them in. All right, okay, well, stay tuned. I also coming back here for a second here. I just want to also let you know what kind of battery it is. Okay, so it's a 12V 7.2. 12V 7.2 AH. Okay, now the 20 HR. This thing should have been putting out at least 7.2, and it was nowhere near it. Okay, and they are both imploded a little bit. So I just wanted to get that to your attention, and we'll be ordering some new ones. Okay, at least they didn't explode or anything like that. I know the last time I had a leak here, it was terrible. Okay, so we'll get back again. Okay, we're back. Okay, got the new batteries. There they are. Same exact thing. 12 volt, 7.2 AH. Now, I tested the old ones. I knew they were dead, or at least something wrong with them. I think there was a short in one of them, to be honest with you. But they're both low, so what I'm gonna do is show you what a new one looks like. Just give me 1 second here. This right here. Okay. All right, so let's see where I can put this thing here. I'm gonna flip. We get the positive and the negative, and the tester all set up here. So get this all set up so you can see everything that's going on. Set this, because we know we're less than 12 volts, so we're gonna put this on battery. I'm sorry, DC, and we're gonna be at 20V. You want to keep it, if you're lower than the number here, you don't ever want to go the other way around. Test something that's more, okay? And let's say you're testing something that's 32 volts. Then you got to go to the next step. You go this next one. But anyway, here we are. We're testing this out. Set for 20V. I'll put the red on the red, positive, black on the black. So let's see if we can do this. Okay, so good. All right, so get you guys here so you can see what I'm doing. I'll move this. And get the tester. Just want to see, make sure I'm, okay, got 12.93. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. So you can see what I'm doing. Putting this on red, this on black. Okay, I'll show you what the gauge is reading now. I'll just bring the battery down here. Okay, there we go. There you go. 12.93. So that's it. We're over 12 volts. That's perfect. Okay, now we're gonna just put these batteries in here, put this baby back together, see how we do. Okay. It's in here. Okay, so these get wired in series. Look what they were when I took them apart. It's the same specs as the old one. You always want to try and keep them if you can't get the exact thing, you know, but you try. Okay, so let me get the other one out of the box. Put these both in here, and there's a bracket that just holds these both in. Okay. All right, cool. Excellent. And I'll get that bracket. Plus the jumper wire. I'll show you what that does in a second. All right, let's get these in here. This is a little tricky, but we get it. Let's shove this one in here. What you gotta do is just keep your hand on it because there's really no back plate to hold this back. So what I try to do, slide them in series here if I can. It's hard to do two-handed here, but let's try. I don't drop this battery either. We don't need to be replacing it before we even get it working. Okay, cool. All right, now make sure that battery's all the way over. This battery's all the way over. And then there's a slot in between. We'll take this bracket. Okay, we're back. We got the batteries. I put them in, slid them in, tested them, of course, first. I'm going to test them in front of you also. There's a bracket goes in here, screw in the middle. I just slid them in. It was just a little tough to do that in the camera work. So anyway, so slid them in, put the U bracket on there as we took apart, and tighten them down. So they're nice and tight. Okay, all right, hook the wires up. Always keep this switch on off while you're working on it. Push it all the way in. Red's on positive. Okay, then you got these in series. So there's a wire that goes from one to the other. So the negative on this one to the positive on this one. Push that on. Push this on. Okay, oh, tuck this wire underneath. Okay, and then slip the last one on there. I think that's it. That is it. Okay, and basically what we got to do is put the case back on, the seat back on, and good to go. All right, so this baby goes first. This tucks underneath. Only 2 screws holds this on. It's just sometimes a little tricky to get back in, but that's all right. We'll get it. There we go. This one here. This one here. Tuck the bottom in first. Well, come on, baby. Should snap in here. This is gonna give me a hard time, like normal. Nah, okay, we got it. Okay, there's 2 screws on top. Okay. Squeeze them together. The screw. Wasn't a bad job at all. Believe me, very easy actually. Okay, so it's feeling good. This moves, that goes, good. All right, I'll get the rest of this seat assembly. Get it in there. but not undoable. Okay. What I think I'm gonna do is, let me get this thing out of here. I think I'm gonna put this bracket on first. Let me see. Yeah, because this unhooks. Okay. All right. So what we can do is we can thread this so it gets in better here. How's that? Good. Okay. I'm gonna thread these in first. I'll show you why in a second because this thing weighs a ton. If it threads in, come on, get me out of there. Get the other one too. Oh, sorry about that. All right. This one here, a little stubborn, but it's going. Okay. Then this hooks onto this, which is probably the smart thing to do anyway. Gotta try and do this all in one shot here. There you go. That makes that a lot easier. Cool. Okay, I just want to make sure my marks still line up, and they do, which is good. Okay, awesome. All right, I'll go get the Allen key. Okay, get the right wrenches here. Okay, so tighten this up. Not too easy to see, but we'll do it. Oh my God, here, huh? And this is your adjustment also, up and down. Certain heights for certain people and certain applications on the stairs. Goes a long way. Okay, start a bite now. Okay, now I just want to bump this up to my mark. In the past, when we took this apart, I put a mark over here just so I knew I was at the same height. It's always a good idea to mark everything if you can. I'll slide it up to where it was and tighten it up. Okay, that's it. You want to make sure this part's good and tight too, because this is holding the seat and everything else. Your person on it too. Man. Sure this is tight. Yeah. Get in there, baby. There you go. Okay. Now what we'll do is take a pair of pliers for leverage. Okay. Well, I used a pipe before, but the pipe's probably really the best thing. But I can go get. Usually I would use a grip or something, but that's okay. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay. It's pretty tight, man. There you go. Oh, she's tight. Same here. I would suggest a pipe for sure on this thing, but that plastic is junk too, so the metal pipe you use. Okay, that's it. All right, she's in there. She's tight. And let's get the seat, drop that on. Plug this thing in. Actually, you can plug this one right here too in. I'm gonna switch it around a little bit here. Okay, so can't screw this up. One goes in one, fits. I mean, this is a 8-prong. This is a 6, so just snaps in. There's holes. You get the chair. Not a heavy item. Not too much that it can't be handled, I'll tell you that. All right. Okay, so get this back here. Bring it back a little bit. And bring this up a little too. There we go. A little more. Okay, so we're gonna put this right on top of this swivel. And how you do that is you pull the arms. These arms on a release here. And you want it to lock in. So just drop this on here first. Okay. There you go. Then you pull this forward and she locks. And that's it. Okay, so that's in. All right. Spin this around. We'll take this other wire right here, plug that in. I guess it don't really matter which way. Try and fit it around. So the lock does have to go that way though, like that is for sure. It's a little release when you're taking it apart. Just a tight spot here. It should go like that. Yep, it does. Okay, there you go. All right, chair's back in space. There. All right, make sure my wire's clear. Don't want them hitting anything like the wall or anything like that. All right, and close this back up here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna close this right here. Just snap shut. It's just a cover. There's a cover here for the, you know, just so you don't see the bolts, but whatever. And then there's 2 plastic clips, which I got new ones for that. You don't need new ones though. All right, I'll snap them in, and we're done. That I probably should test this out before I put all these clips back, huh? Make sure. And I'll just be smart with it. And let's see if we get some power to this thing. Okay, I got another issue here. There she goes. I have to plug this charger in too. But I did get a light there. Am I getting a light? I am getting a green light. Okay, so let me get you. I'm gonna take this out of the holder. Let's move on with this thing. So you can see what's going on. All right, so I got a green light, which I didn't have. Okay, she hit the switch, and she's riding. Hit the button. Okay, I have a remote for this. See this thing in action. Okay. Which remote needs batteries? I took them out before I left. That's okay. There's a delay on these too. Perfect. There you go. Okay, and I'm gonna just pop these clips in. I'm just showing you everything. I mean, you know, just I could probably speed this up when I edit it, but anyway. Just push this into here. It's a plastic, just a plastic pushing. It's nothing really, but they're a pain in the neck sometimes to get out, so that's why I okay, that's what it'll start doing. This is normal for it to beep, and the reason is, okay, is because the charger isn't hooked in. We're gonna put that in right now. All right. That's just a warning thing. There's the charger. And I'll plug this back into here, underneath. There's a wire that I showed you guys when I took it apart. This wire right here. All right. Beep, beep. Okay. There it is right here. Snap that back in. Get to it. That's always fun. It's a tight spot, I'll tell you that much. Wow. That's cool. All right, look at it. What the heck? All right, where's the, oh, I see, what the heck. Okay, I get it. It's a heck of a spot to get to, but that's all right. Look at it. Oh, this is, I see why I wouldn't fit. Okay, I got it. We'll shut that off for a second till we get this thing plugged in. Okay, so it's a round end on this. Looks like it could go in either way, but it really can't. And let's see here. Oh, it's going to go one way or the other, for sure. It won't go that way. Tricky. Should be just hard to get this thing in here. There it goes. Okay. That was weird. But okay, whatever. All right, cool. Now we'll just plug it in. Put this back in. Okay, it's back on. This light should be green and charging. Let's get that hooked up. Okay. And the lights. Okay, so she's giving, even though they're new batteries, they're just charging it a little because I just used it. So you can see it's going back and forth. Okay, and that'll turn green totally once it's charged. That's it. All right, guys. This is for the Pinnacle SL600DC16ANA. They're pretty basic. They're pretty much all the same, to tell you the truth, but that's the model. Those are the batteries you get for it. I'll put the model number on there. I'll put the battery model number, and it'll all be in the descriptions. All right, till next time. Take care.